Thank you, Mr. Fitzgerald. I kind of wanted to, I really want to tell us one thing, is that actually this vibrant bipartisan debate made me hopeful about this institution. I actually appreciate it very much, and I actually didn't expect in this committee, so I'm very proud of our committee. And one thing I wanted to say, I actually, when I started my, speech or a presentation, I actually mentioned that I am actually want to be open-minded, because we have to assess, as Mr. Gomer and Mr. Tiffany brought up the issue of regulated monopoly. And I would argue, as someone who's been involved with Fortune 500 America under M&As, I can tell you, regulated monopoly are used, including Sarbanes-Oxley and Dodd-Frank, were used really by larger companies to suppress competition. And a regulated monopoly could potentially be more dangerous than breaking up and using antitrust. I would like to have that discussion, and I'm open-minded to the discussion that Mr. Bishop, Mr. Roy, and Ms. Jayapal had, and I would be very supportive to talking about it. But the way how the bill is written right now, it gives government so much power in FTC, and it's very dangerous to do that. So I'd rather, for us as a policymaker, debate the policy, look at implications of our policy, and make these decisions here. So I'm not disagreeing with a lot of my colleagues, and I think we talk about the similar things. I just want to make sure how this process could happen through all of the procedures, because generally the way how the committee works, if we don't get something done here, unfortunately, we don't have too many opportunities to improve legislation before it goes to the floor. And I would, like to see that. I would like to have more deliberation, because I think the work should be done in the committee. Amendments should be allowed on the floor. We need to have more open process to deliberate legislation and good policies in this body. And actually, that is the biggest difference for me, was coming from state legislature. And it's actually somewhat refreshing for me to see it right now. And I'm very happy to see it. So I would like, to be involved in some way to help, because I think it's extremely important discussion. It's extremely concerned for a lot of people, American people. I'm very concerned what's happening. We create this distortion of power, few entities controlling a lot of information, and I would say very ill-informed electorate. It's allow a lot of manipulation and distortion of power, and it's very concerned for us, as a lawmaker, and how we can do more effectively to allow more free markets and competition work in the market. So I want to commit to work on this, and if you suggest some ways, and Mr. Bishop, I'm looking forward to your amendment to see, but we have to have some guardrails, and we have to, evaluate this policy in a meaningful way and implications. We cannot just legislate with the stroke of a pen, and I think that's very important. There are very significant decisions we're making that can affect, in a positive or negative way, millions of people in this country, and I hope we have a positive outcome. So I appreciate this debate again, and thank you so much. I look forward to working with everyone. I yield back.